do you guys feel about humans exploiting other animals?
Super bad.
Super bad, yeah.
Do you guys agree we should be respecting them?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Is it really possible to respect somebody if we're using them for a selfish purpose?
No.
No, that's not good.
Right. So veganism is the ethical principle that humans should live without exploiting other animals. That means treating them as individuals instead of objectifying them and treating them as a resource. Do you guys agree with this?
On the level of idea, yeah.
Okay, great. And if you guys were in the victim's position, the animal's position, how soon would you want somebody to act for you?
Like already now, but
Right.
there has to be like I think more global political action towards that as well.
I mean, that would be great, but we only have responsibility for our own choices and our own actions. And so how many more animals do you think should be exploited because of you? Should it be 0 or more?
0.
Yeah. So you guys trying to like
To make more awareness.
We're trying to get people that respect animals to not just say that they respect animals, but to act like they respect animals by being vegan, because you can't respect somebody and exploit them. We're here to stand up for them because who else is going to do it, you know?
it's a really good cause.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like there's anything stopping you from going vegan?
For me, I tried, and it was a bit difficult because I feel like with my lifestyle it was difficult, like because I eat out a lot, and for eating out there wasn't too many options, and I don't really have time to cook. That
Do you
was
live
an
here?
issue. No,
Where are you from?
Estonia.
Okay, but do you think it's more difficult for you to decide to be vegan or for your victims to be exploited to death for you?
No, of
Really, of
course.
course, it's like hard to divide, but it depends also on your environment.
Yeah.
I mean, but you
And-
guys could easily decide to be vegan. Like, I live in a city, or not a city, in like a little village in the middle of nowhere, and like I make it work, and all of us really can make it work.
Yeah, for sure. And
Yeah.
without the market, there wouldn't be this exploding part. You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, like the market is like full of that, so you don't really have like much options. I would say like
There's
maybe
hundreds of thousands of options.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
It's getting better, and I feel like
better.
it's really cool. Like it's because of activists like you, it's getting better. So
Yeah, certainly.
it's really important the work that you do.
Right.
Also, for example, me, I was a vegetarian. I was not vegan. I was
Okay.
a vegetarian for a year, and my immune system was really down, and I was getting sick because I just stopped to like a day to another to not eat meat at all.
Okay.
And then I was like getting sick really often, and
Okay.
I went to a nutritionista, a person that checks.
I know a nutritionist, yeah.
So he told me to eat like at least fish and chicken.
Okay, but do you think that's fair to your victims?
No, I
Because
don't see
you
as
could find a plant-based nutritionalist,
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
the
like
largest.
with proteins, like with balance, you know. But that's
yeah.
a lot of
It-
like a lot.
It's not, like, think about it from your victim's position. It's not. I mean, you have a smartphone, right? You can ask ChatGPT. You know, you can find out all the information you need in seconds. It's at your fingertips. But the
Yeah.
animals, they don't have a choice here. You guys are in the position of power. You have the choice. You can decide to continue to exploit and oppress and victimize animals, or you can decide to be vegan today and no longer be the reason that this is happening. Because, you know, right now you're living in hypocrisy because you say that we should respect animals, but you're actually disrespecting them, like in the worst way possible, exploiting them to death.
Sure. I know it's a difficult decision. You have to
Yeah.
really think through your environment and like your choices. But I agree, and I feel like again, like the work that you're doing is really valuable because that raises awareness.
Right.
And a lot of people don't even understand the level of how bad things are, especially like also for dairy. A lot of people don't think that dairy is a bad thing.
Right, because we've been like
Like,
brainwashed.
maybe- yeah, I think it's also good to show also the images, which are really strong. Also, it makes more people like conscious about what's
Yeah.
Right. So, what do you guys think? How many more animals will be exploited because of you? Will you be vegan from now on, or will you continue to oppress them?
To what? Impress?
Oppress them.
I mean, this is something that you really have to
think
think
through.
about.
Yeah.
You know?
If you think about it from your victim's position, the decision is easy. I've convinced hundreds, maybe thousands of people to go vegan immediately because they just don't want to be a part of this issue anymore. And you guys could do that too. You could either decide to victimize the animals and continue to oppress them, or you can decide today no more and stand for justice and not be a hypocrite and actually respect the animals.
But do you believe that the reduction in the consumption of meat is also a choice? Like just to gradually eat less?
How would you feel about that if you were in your victim's position? If I was like, oh, I'll just take your body parts a little bit less. I'll take your breast milk or your ovulation a little bit less. I'll enslave you a little bit less. It's not enough.
True, but this can appeal to wider groups of people, and the total reduction is also a thing.
Well, but I'm talking to people that say they respect animals, and I'm just trying to get them to act like that. Like you guys, you say you respect animals, but you're not acting like it. You're disrespecting
Imagine
them.
if we already said yes and we're gonna go vegan, but that wouldn't change anything. Most of the percentage of the population is not vegan.
It does change. It does make a difference. But even if it didn't, that's no excuse. You know, like me deciding to not be racist today, that's not ending racism in the world. But we're only responsible for our own choices. And you can choose to be the oppressor and the victimizer to the animals, or you can choose to stand for justice for them and defend them.
Yeah.
I think I could also consider and think about it.
Yeah,
But
I've been thinking about it for many years. Ever since I tried, I also did it for ethical reasons. Eventually, when I was younger, and I was like, I was having exactly the same train of thought, but at the time it didn't work for me. And now I'm just trying to reduce the amount that I eat. That has been the way. I know it's not perfect, and I know that it doesn't help maybe as much as completely stopping. But I also try to not think in black and white about these things, and I believe that if everybody tries to at least reduce to an extent that they can.
But the issue is you're still objectifying the animals. You're still treating them as a resource instead of treating them as an individual. That's where the issue is. You're not actually viewing them as individuals that deserve their own life and their own rights to their body. You're seeing them as your resources to take from, and that's not fair to them.
It is true, but
it's really empathic.
Yeah.
That's really empathic how you see, and that's something that we were not able to see because we grew up in this society that makes us see as something normal.
Yeah.
And it starts from when you're a kid, you know.
Yeah, I do know.
To be more empathic with the environment, to the animals, not just animals, but nature, all this.
I really do understand.
To grow up like that.
Well, I didn't grow up like this. I was raised exploiting animals and taking their flesh and breast milk and eggs and treating them as a resource. But
with the time I see that you did a personal work to grow like.
Yeah, I just realized that that's not fair to them. And I understand you guys have been raised to view animals like this, but now you're aware. I've brought it to your attention. Yeah. So honestly, now the responsibility is on you to decide to be vegan, to decide to respect the animals, and stop objectifying them. But honestly, thinking about it and considering it, it's not enough. If you think about things from your victim's position, they need you to act now and to stop exploiting them. If you guys were being enslaved and having your body parts stolen or breast milk stolen or ovulation stolen, you wouldn't want people to just think about liberating you, right? You'd want them to decide to respect you today.
That's true, but we live in the systems that are based on oppression. Humans are also oppressed based on class and things like that.
But right now, you guys are the reason that animals are being exploited and oppressed. And you don't have to be anymore. You could change that today.
I think this is a part of what humans are. Even you also consume plastic, you also consume stuff and material every day.
Frankly, I'm standing up for your victims. I'm here to stand up for the animal victims.
Yeah.
That's who I'm standing up for. They're not pieces of plastic.
No, yeah, I understand, but this is part, as I said, this is part of the complete image that should lead us to something more empathic in a way that we're not just caring about animals, but also about nature, also about the environment.
Sure, you
This
can
is like
care
a
about
really-
multiple things, but today I'm here to be a voice for your victims.
Yeah.
And so what will you decide to do? Will you continue to oppress and victimize them and objectify them, or will you be vegan and respect them?
I think to complete this conversation, we will think about it.
Okay,
We will
thinking
talk
about it is not enough, though. Like honestly, I'm not trying to be rude or anything. I'm just literally standing up for the animals because they need somebody to stand up for them. Thinking
Yeah, but
about it is not
You
enough.
won't change my decision at the end of the day.
Okay, well, but what you're
You will
doing
be
is not
more
okay.
conscious, and to share information is cool, but I think it's also cool to leave the people to take their own choices. You know?
And if you saw somebody beating up a dog, kicking a dog, would you just let them do their choice of beating up the dog, kicking the dog, or the child?
Yeah, no, I understand what you mean, and I agree. And I think, again, like I said it before, but like I think your work is really important, and I believe that a lot of people might discover new things through talking to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, like personally, I have been through this mentally as well, and I am aware that the thing that I do is not good.
Okay, but being aware that it's not good, that doesn't change anything. You know, like right now you're
Actually,
living.
I think it changes a lot, though.
Think about things from your victim's position, who you are exploiting to death. I can see that you guys probably aren't willing to change your minds and stop oppressing and objectifying them,
I think
so I'm
it's-
going to move on.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that thinking about it is not enough, and until you decide to go vegan, you're the reason that this is happening. You could change that today,
Yeah.
you could be vegan, and honestly, it's the least that you could do to stop oppressing them and objectifying them.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you for spending time talking
Okay.
to us. We
Yeah.
really appreciate it, and I agree with what you're saying, and I agree that this is a goal. Ideally, I feel that it's not reachable for me at the moment, but I hope that the moment will come when it's going to be
That's really not okay because you're just disrespecting them. You're oppressing,
This is turning
objectifying,
into
and
an
disrespecting
infinite
them.
circle.
Yeah, so I'll let you go,
Thanks
but
for the knowledge.
one more thing before you guys go. Do you agree we should be standing up for the animals?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
That's
so-
really strong for you.
So don't just go vegan, but also use your voice to stand up for them because that's how we're going to end this oppression.
Of course,
Sure.
Okay,
yes.
have a great vegan life.
You too.
Thanks.